Thank you so much for all the support you gave me, guys.
Okay.
Today, I got promoted.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Welcome to Living Gets Real. I'm Omesh Wijeratne. Joining us this week, we have makeup artist and hairstylist Omesh Wijeratne. But before we get into the show, here's a little sneak peek into his life. Welcome to Living Gets Real, Omesh. It's good to have you here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Omesh, you've built quite a name for yourself in the industry. Could you share a little bit about your journey and how you found your passion?
Well, if I were to say, like some people say, like I grew up wanting to be in fashion and makeup artist, all sort of things. I was not quite sure whether I want to be working in fashion, the level I'm working right now. So I grew up as a kid who was very passionate about filming, arts. Of course, I had so much interest about hair and makeup and fashion. I was like, it was just a normal thing, but never thought it as a career. So I started like that. I started in filming when I was 20 years old, and then I had my adventure. So I was in down south. I had my whole hippie beach life, and came back to Colombo. Had a corporate life, and then I decided this is not really what I want. I was not sure. I was not focused as to what I want to do, and that time then I just thought like I just need to migrate from this country and see. So honestly, by this time I've studied makeup under a Hollywood makeup artist and worked under him. So I've studied the craft, but I never thought that I want to do it as a profession and choose it as a career. So, and when I thought I wanted to migrate, and although I have sort of worked in the fashion industry, not completely, and then I thought, okay, you know, studying psychology, designing, fashion, it's tough places to get a job when you migrate. I thought I'll just study hairstyling just for fun, because I can always go to another country. Can I wash your hair?
Yeah.
Can I just do something at your salon? So that started like that. So, and I studied, and people who I knew from the fashion industry were like, hey, why don't you just come and work in the industry? And then I started 5-6 years ago, and I am here now working as a full-time hair and makeup artist. I would have never imagined this would happen, but I'm glad this happened.
Yeah. Now, in recent times, there's been a boom in this industry. There are a lot of makeup artists out there now. So, what would your advice be to the new generation coming out there?
I see a lot of makeup artists. Like honestly, I've lost count because there are so many. Like if you go on social media, like oh, there are so many. Because when I started, it was like more like a dozen of hair and makeup artists who could work in an international field. So now there's a lot. The thing is, I mean, as an advice or anything that I can give them, most of the makeup artists currently, so they are just targeting on trends. I'm doing this trend, and their education has only limited to
that particular trend.
Yeah, like looking at beauty tutorials, beauty blogs, you know, whatever, everything to do with makeup, how to do your makeup, how to do this liner, how to do that liner. But they don't understand how important is a makeup artist, because in my idea, what we are doing is just like Leonardo da Vinci or anybody who created paintings. Now today we are looking at that painting and just we capture the story behind it. I feel like we are sort of doing the same thing
On a person's face.
Exactly. It's just not the hair and makeup artist, the photographer, the retoucher, the model. We all get together and then create that image that we are putting to the world. That's a beautiful picture that in 100 years or 50 years people look at it. We still look at pictures from the vintage era and then talk about the story behind the picture. Just like that, we have a huge importance and they need to realize that they're just not painting faces, they are more important than that. So in order to become a better makeup artist, hairstylist, start from studying art history. Start by studying things that you would never imagine. Start by studying things what the plastic surgeons, aestheticians do, because they talk about the golden ratio, the all those things. Bring those things into your craft. Study literature. Bring stories that not commonly known. So broaden your horizon, because you're not just a person who paint faces and like blow dry hair. You're more important. So that's sort of the message I can give it to the young generation.
Nice. Now, how many makeup artists would you say you admire in Sri Lanka? Who are the few makeup artists that you look up to?
I mean, it's just a tough question, because I can actually say, even if I'm not lying, but when there won't be, I'm not trying to save myself but not saying anyone's name, but the thing is, makeup artists and their skill is very subjective. The makeup that I like on the makeup I like is very different to what you would like, what others like. So it's very subjective. So I mean, I like their makeup. So many makeup artists, like I work with them all the time, like I collaborate with them all the time, and then I understand what is their speciality. So a makeup artist who is really good at editorial, then I admire the editorial skill of it. The makeup artist who can do really good artistry, I admire them. A makeup artist who is a real influencer, who supports the community and who's engaging, I admire them for that part. And also, just a good bridal makeup artist who can make the bride feel at ease and give that confidence to a bride. I admire them for that specific thing. So I cannot say this makeup artist is really good. Just as an example, even if I think about the makeup artists that I admire, who I haven't worked with, who's not working in the country, you know, people like Kevin O'Kwan, Pat McGrath, Lisa Eldridge, Patrick Ta, I admire them for different reasons. Like Kevin O'Kwan for creating the modern makeup artist, Pat for her beautiful career and like what she has done currently and what she's creating still. So all this way, the artists, it's very subjective. I really love most of them for their specialty. So it's just, I really cannot say one. Honestly, it's not saving myself from the question.
Okay. So, but you also work with a lot of models.
Yes.
Are there any models that you particularly enjoy working on?
Yes, I mean, like we have so many models, because a decade ago, we only had few models who did runway. So now the models have become more diverse. There are models in different, I don't know, it's very diverse. I love to work with them. But if I were to tell some models that I actually enjoy doing, it's not because how much they're pretty is, like it's not like that. It's just the looks. It's the fact that how much of a profoundness that they bring in to the work that we are doing. If we can collaborate really nicely and do a beautiful project. So like that way I can tell few models like Kalpani Gunawardana that I have worked with her, and then I mean we sit down for 1 hour and then we say like we can do this, we can do that. So it's just really entertaining to come up with new ideas and do test shoots and collaborative projects like that. Harini Silva is a joy to work with. Like she's the only person who can make me dance while we work. So and there are so many other models, but those two, it's one of the top places when I want to work with. And this new models like Shasani, she's such a big energy, and I don't know, I'm forgetting anybody that I really like, but I mean just right now thinking about it, they are really cool to work with, inspire me and make me do good things to the fashion industry. So yeah.
Now working in this industry can also have a lot of pressure on the artist. You get a lot of clients, a lot of people who tend to be difficult. Do you have any stories about difficult clients? What is your secret to dealing with them?
I mean, I don't know whether there is a secret, but I know there's a couple of difficult clients. The good clients, in my opinion, is the client who exactly know what they want. They're confident about their style. Even they say like, I want this sort of a look. So by the time they come to me, they have already chosen me to do their work because they trust in my skill. So it's very comfortable to work with. They communicate what they want, and then I'm capable of giving what they want, because there are some principles I wouldn't do. I wouldn't make a beautiful deep skin lighter just because they like it. I wouldn't make, there are principles that I won't do. So then there's understanding. The most difficult ones are the ones who are indecisive. They're not quite sure what they want. Let's say I have this story. This client, and she, we started doing the makeup. She was not sure what she wanted to do. I was like, what do you want to do with your makeup? And she said she's wearing red, she wants red eyeshadow or something. So I kind of did it in a way that I can actually do a red eye on a very casual, more like a wedding guest look. She's not even Sri Lankan, she's an Indian living in UK. So I'm thinking language cannot be a barrier, because she lives in UK, she had a heavy accent, English accent, so I thought like, yeah. And it was very difficult to get what exactly she wanted. And finally I asked her like, what lipstick do you want? And she said she wanted a nude red.
A nude red?
Yeah. I'm like, nude is nude. Red is a color. So it was so funny. So it just such a, I mean, I was kind of like annoyed at the point, but then I was like, right now when I'm thinking the story, if I were to have a lipstick named under me, if I were to produce there will be a nude. I don't know how I'm going to create the color, but there will be a nude red. So those are the things that you have to face with the I mean, I don't say it's difficult, but then you always have to have immense patience when you're working with clients, especially when they're not models or talents, more like humans, because they're just not quite sure of what they want. Yeah, that's the issue, yeah.
Right, well, we've actually reached the end of our burning segment, but we have a little game planned for you, yeah?
Exciting.
So, but before we get into the game, we're going to hear a little word from our sponsors.
You love the feeling of being renewed. To protect the things most precious to you. To stay beautiful every single day. To breathe just like we do, because you are truly delicate. Protecting the ones who've been with us through the years. With Sayalac Care, the only wood coating that truly protects you. Sayalac Wood Coatings from Jat.
Welcome back to the show as we continue our conversation with makeup artist and hairstylist Omesh Wijeratne. Omesh, are you ready for our little game?
Yes, excited, a little bit nervous. I don't know what's coming.
No, it's very easy. We have a little game of this or that.
Okay.
So you just have to pick, okay?
Yes.
Right. Mascara or eyeliner?
Mascara.
Bright makeup or a natural glam?
Natural glam always.
Lipstick or lip gloss?
I'm gonna say lipstick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blusher or highlighter?
Definitely blush. Can do much more than a highlighter, yeah.
Okay. Foundation or powder?
Foundation.
Eyelash curler or fake eyelashes?
Oof, that's a tough one. No, just curler. Like, you can always save yourself with a curler.
Okay. Face mist or serum?
Face mist.
Brushes or sponges?
I would say sponges. After the pandemic, I'll say brushes.
Okay. Sunblock or moisturizer?
Sunblock, because that's more important.
Okay. A mask or a scrub?
Scrub. good exfoliator, yeah.
Okay. Cleanser or toner?
Cleanser. Yeah, well, I mean, I can't choose. You need the cleanser and the toner. So I'll say toner because we scrubbed before.
Okay. Viran Jose or Ramani Fernando?
Viran Jose.
Okay. Shane Pereira or Ravi Diabro?
Shane.
Kalpani Gunavardhana or Shasini Mustashi?
Oh my god. That's tough. Okay, I love them both. But I'm just going to say Kalpani because I have worked quite a lot with Kalpani than Sasha. But like Shasini, I love you. I want to work with you also. Oh gosh.
Nadia Fernando or Nadia G?
Nadia Fernando.
Nadia Fernando.
Yes, definitely Nadia Fernando.
Well, we've reached the end of our segment. Thank you for joining us on the show this evening.
So thank you for having me and I really enjoy it. Thank you very much.
And that's all the time we have for you this week. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook to catch the latest episode of Living Gets Real. Thank you for watching and stay safe.